All right. Hey, look at birds. Hoping. We actually came in just only 5 minutes, 5 minutes late this time. So, what's up, everybody? It's Sean on Sunday night
All
on Digital
right.
Life
Hey, look
Concept.
at birds. And
Hoping. We
yep,
actually
sounds
came
like
in
working.
just only five
So,
minutes, 5 minutes late this
pause.
time. But still, what's up, everybody? If you missed the excitement, I'll tell you what. Go check out gosh darn goddamn Bacon's channel. Because yeah, we got a little rowdy the other. Everybody had fun. It was a lot of fun, a lot of good stuff. So yeah, that was pretty crazy. I'm knocking everything out, rusty. So I hope everybody has had a good week. Trust that going well. They are. So definitely been interesting on my end. I'll say that much. Um, it's a lot of stuff like strange things that people are having a hard time. A lot of people. Some people aren't. And hey, good for them. Lucky them, right? Rock and roll. Um, but I think there's a thing about people that like there's some people having a hard time maybe accepting um, reality or I don't understand it. I really, but it's something I've ran into, and so and it was just a friend of mine asked me to talk to somebody like, and I'm like, about what? Like, well, they really needed to get on some kind of like program, and he would, and I kind of just it was a significant other that said this, and I said, go, because like I understand like I actually literally had this is a true story. A couple friends of mine working voluntarily in Hurricane Katrina. Um, they were trying to evacuate after the flooding or during the flooding. I guess they were on the airboats and such things. And I'm not naming names or locations or anything. I'm just simply saying they ran into a very odd situation where one person would not evacuate, would not accept help in any way. And it's just not the story about I sent you a boat, a helicopter, and a car, a boat, a helicopter. It's for real. Um, Gentleman wouldn't leave, wouldn't no, you know, basically he was telling the medics to go piss it off. You know. So they went, and this is out of their money, their pockets. They went and they bought like a whole bunch of like floods. The guy had nothing in the fridge. Like his fridge was on its side, floating down the river, with alligators swarming it. So they went and they bought, you know, like, all of this, stuff, like a couple grocery bags for food, enough to keep them good for at least a couple of days to a week. But, hopefully somebody else could, one person, abandon ship, dude. And I don't remember exactly what what product it was. I think it was a cracker of some kind, like that they had bought. I don't know, some kind of crackers. And well, I don't like these kind of crackers. And I was just like, okay, so there's this like, what the hell, like kind of situation, like, okay, one, you won't accept help, and now you've gone beyond that. You've literally like, I mean, I get it, like in tiny sense that he has a tiny bit of pride, and I guess he might have. I guess he wish he rather had died. But so when I heard the same situation or similar situation come up, I just said, "Go do it," And I just went and told him, I said, "Stop being a horse's ass." Okay, I got it. I get it. You have your pride. You don't want to take handouts, but there's a limit to not accepting help. Do you feel me? That's where I'm aiming at, is that there's a limit to how many times or to what type of help you can say no to, and then you're just being really an idiot. Um, Especially if it's coming from friends and family, and they're not there to berate you. They're not there to judge you. Well, maybe they are. They're friends and family. Okay. Let's just pretend in a perfect world. But seriously, like just there were people that were talking about having felt guilty about going on unemployment for when they lost their job at 27 years. They went on. Like, guys, that's your money. Hey, you know, unless you were unless you were working for cash, you paid you know money every damn week on that. So that's your money you're taking, and they feel like, oh, well, and so it's kind of a catch-22 for me, because they feel like they're taking from other people that need it more, and those people is like, that makes me want to cry and go, oh my god, you're awesome, but right now you're the one that needs it. You're not taking it. You're not taking it away from. You're not stealing money and food from a different family that is some other family is not dying because of that at the moment, at least that we know of. And so don't be so proud that you won't help yourself, family, because you end up being the drowning person, the victim, the drowning person that drowns the lifeguard. Don't be that. You know what I'm saying? Like, at some point, the lifeguard's gonna have to like let you go ahead and pass out to go ahead and pull you out of the water because you were fighting it so much. So don't be that guy. All right. So yeah, if you have to ask for help, if you have to accept help, just be gracious about it, be understanding, and be humble, and learn from it. That's all there is to it. Learn from it. It's part of life. And if you're the person that never ever has asked anybody in their life for help for anything in there at all, I mean, like, literally, you never asked your mom to go, like, get you more apple juice when you were knee high. Well, then you're a strange human being, and I don't understand. Let's move on. So, kind of tied into this. Okay, so if you do ask for help, the other side, don't burn people. And if people are nice enough and kind enough to be able to help you, don't burn them. Don't burn your friends. Oh my God, we need them more so than anything right now. Like, seriously, have to pay attention to this. Okay, like that. So don't burn your friends. I cannot think of of the lighter sins. I can't think of a worst one. Like, especially your close people. Like, I don't know. I only brought that up because I've seen a little bit of that happening, and it was very unfortunate. It rubbed my bacon the wrong way. Sure did. So, yeah, I kind of wanted to touch. Come on, you know. So, what else is um? Well, meet new people and make new allies. Yeah, definitely. I'll tell you what. Here's an idea for you. For anybody that saw the movie The Purge, get to know your neighbors, right? And make sure they're not a bunch of psychotic weirdos that are going to come kill you when all hell breaks loose, right? So, seriously, make friends with your neighbors. Like, take that a little bit of time, and unless you already know them to be horrible, horrible, like, people, then go find out. I mean, it really is worth it, because really, like, my neighbors are so awesome. I love you guys. And because I love them, I won't say their names or addresses or phone numbers or things on the internet live and whatnot. But when it comes down to, like, I really, they're just such cool people, and they'll help each other out. My battery died the other day, and brought over a new. They helped me get a jump. It was just all these little things, like, hey, have you seen this? Blah blah blah. We all kind of work together, the whole block, and so we all kind of know each other. I think better than most or maybe the way neighborhoods used to be when I was, 20, 30 years ago. You um, so now it's kind of like we all lock ourselves up in very comfortable boxes and hide from everybody, which I can understand. Like, generally speaking, I do that too, but um, still worth it to know your neighbors and meet them and you know you know just to be able to get that. Maybe hey, honestly, it may be the thing that saves you. Uh, like uh, it's one of those things that I've thought about, and the more that I learn, uh, them and uh, you want friends, you want allies, or you can't have allies. You want people that are just not going to actively. You know what I'm saying? Like, not going to be like, oh, let's go kill that fucker first. He's got canned baked beans or whatever. Like. Um, Speaking of that, the supply chain is so boogered right now. It is so busted. Things are so crappy with that. Okay, so I was watching a live stream the other night, and one of the reps from Swamp Box was on. It was so cool, really cool to watch that and learn about like optics and. I think this was on Dark Stream. Dark, I think it was on your stream. Um, and he's. I had recently, literally just a few days earlier, I had done the math on the 50,000 hours that I'm supposed to get out of my the battery for my optic. Like, and this guy said, yeah, you should still change your battery once. Just you don't know how old that battery is. Like, even though it says expires by blah, you know, when was that package? Just especially with the like aftermarket batteries that come or batteries that come with a product that aren't in a package, right? Just in a little bag or whatever, not actually in a proper package, so they don't actually show you an expiration date. Really, just don't know where that battery came from. They're like, yeah, just swap your batteries out once a year. It really is not bad. And I started thinking about like the other things that people are saying. Survival Lily mentioned on one of her videos that the EU, the entire continent of Europe and the UK are I don't not they're not I don't know about planning. I guess the word is expecting or predicting that there will be a massive blackout in the next 5 years due to a lack of fuel oil. Wow, like they don't know where, whether it's going to be Germany, Austria, France. They don't know exactly where, but they figure that something's going to happen. Whether it's power station. I know that they said one of them they actually had already shut down an. I don't know if it was to save fuel, but they shut down a power station, and that gave like 13% of the power or 7%. I can't remember, but I don't exactly know how that one worked, what the purpose of that was for. But the fact that they're prepping for it is, or at least acknowledging it is that's freaking real, and so since it's it's weird that I trust the censored news on BBC more than I trust our own. But anyway, we haven't heard anything about that, or at least I have not heard anything about that directly here. But yeah, so what does that mean? Buy canned, get yourself a Jenny, buy canned gas, start storing it canned, not like canned like a red can, sealed cans, right? Now, jerry cans are cool. You can seal them. You can add can add stabilize, and they're good for a year or so. But if you want like proper, you want the cans that are already like they're 1 gallon. You can buy them at like big box stores, and they're sealed, so they're already sealed. That gas is going to be not separated, not fresh, or it's not. It's going to be unfresh when you open it. Guaranteed to be unfresh. No, it's going to be fresh. When you open it up, that gas will burn. It's not going to be all nastified. And you just absolutely, you know, that's what you want. You want to make sure. Like, yes, do you want to keep a regular, red cans around the house to just for whatever? Yeah, 5 or 6 of them. I mean, damn. Do your power math, figure out what you got to shut off or rotate, like, okay, I got to shut down the hot water heater and the fridge or fridge too, or the garage freezer or whatever, like whatever extraneous stuff that you have to shut down or can, you do, and budget your wattage and stuff like that, Well, do an Apollo 11, man. So, you know, but now is time to start picking up that little bit of extra stuff. Every time you go to the grocery store, every time you go anywhere, get that extra roll. And please do not gouge out on toilet paper again or whatever. I mean, damn, people. Okay, I mean, everyone who did, you got enough. I think you're fine. You're selling that for like weapons and ammo and food, whatever. But just, it's a good idea. Like, even like I was watching her channel, she said it's just a good idea. Like, generally because of storms. I mean, remember the storm in Houston? I brought that up in the last cast. But all over the west Midwest area, there, huge storms and just knock out power everywhere. You got earthquakes over in Cali. You got hurricanes down in Florida. So yeah, it's a good idea to be prepared. You know. So I don't know if I told this story last stream or not, but someone called the radio station when all the generators were running during one of the old hurricanes and complained about the noise. And just bitch. And then the announcer, who was no fool, like pinned this person down and said, "Do you have a generator?" And she deflected. And he pinned it down again. Do you have a? Finally, he just said yes or no. Do you have a generator? Well, no. Click. Next caller. No. Yeah, that's really and simply the bottom line is honestly walking out and hearing Kenny's running in the morning or in the, I don't hear him in my freaking house. And I mean, okay, I don't live in an apartment where like I could reach into my neighbor's room and steal the kitchen utensils anymore. I did live in an apartment like that once. I need the spatula. Yeah, thank you. Cooking eggs. Here you go. I washed it. But um, it was bizarrely tight quarters there. So yeah, I can understand how it could get annoying. But you know what? To me, it sounds like that's the sound of like people being prepped, people being ready, people that took their time, you know, and did that hard work or spent the money on and I get it. Don't give me I get it. It took quite a while. My first generator I got basically on luck because I got it on luck. I was very fortunate to get it at all, and then but then it took me like 2 years to save it for a second one, like a better one, like one that I could that wasn't like the bottom of a garbage not garbage but garage sale like type thing. That was I spent all this time placing parts of his bench. He's basically brand new right now. But when it started out as a garage sale type thing, and then boom. But then I bought a new one, and so yeah. Now here's something for people who are going, okay, well, we can only have so much fuel or expensive. I get that. I understand that totally. Now what you want to look into is how Okay, listen carefully. How to run your generator on wood smoke. Not not BS. You can do this. I've actually seen it done. Not just in a video. I have seen it done. I've seen it done in many videos where they, because there's petroleum products in the wood, and it's enough when in a right density of smoke to run your Jenny no sweat. And I watched that happen. Someone has an indoor fireplace, and they built a ductwork off of it and diverted some of the smoke to go into the generator and power the house. Well, most of the small, big, and it was like, oh my god. So yeah, they got to get out in the morning, and split logs. They got to have plenty of firewood. But that's one thing. At least in the southeast, we got plenty of is firewood. Not maybe it's not the best. Maybe some it's old, oak or whatnot. But anyway. Point being, that was just bizarrely awesome. The first time I learned about that, about I don't know, 12 or 15 years ago, and then that's my next build project is getting one of these objects and making sure that it works. I am freaking interested in that. So, oh yeah. So, oh yeah, and this Sunday, talking about life, liberty, and the happiness. Did want to say, what does that mean to you? Like, I know it's kind of sometimes it's a more of an obscure reference from a ancient artifact of our past, but what does that mean to you in reality? All right, so that's today's question. That's your homework for tonight. I will be checking. It will be going on your permanent record. Cool. Uh, and so, permanent record. Right. Y'all heard that one wherever. This is going on your permanent record. I'm like, okay, is that what you turn into God when I die? Like, here's this permanent record. Like, that's what you're gonna be like sitting there with St. Pete flips through it. Gives you them. Like, but yeah, no, just take a little extra time. Be nice to your fellow people. Be supportive. Don't be afraid to be violent and dangerous. Have to be only when you have to be, but when you have to be, dangerous. Like a German Shepherd is dangerous. One German Shepherd. And I want to send a big thank you. And actually, let's. Hey, there he is. There's the bacon. Yo, yo, yo. I gotta. It's weird. I'm using OBS and I gotta keep this. Like, damn it. If I know you were gonna be here, I would have. I was just literally doing that. I wanted to say thank Bacon invited me into his chat out of the kindness of his heart. Didn't mind that we all got really drunk and screamed over everything. We didn't. Well, we didn't scream. But we, just it was just rowdy, man. Still have a hangover. Totally. So, yeah, everybody, please let's make sure drop here if I